All right, peace be upon you, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Now, today I'm in the downtown square of my home city, just doing what I was doing yesterday, calling people to God, trying to strike up conversation, seeing if anybody wants to remember, give glory to the Lord. And yesterday I had some pretty good conversations with people. Some people were heeding what I was saying, and I could tell my words were touching their heart about it was specifically two girls, how they shouldn't be in a place like this. They should seek after godliness. I could tell that my words touched their hearts. So I pray that the Lord allows more of that to happen. And God willing, like I said, now I'm going to be doing more of this. I'm going to focus and put all my mind and heart, as much of my effort as I can, into the online work, the witnessing. This is all I really need to be doing, man. This is the most important thing in my life. So may the Lord be with me and Brother Tristan and Brother Kenneth, who are assisting me. I believe goodness only comes from God.
Yeah.
And you think that somebody can be good without like glorifying God, without remembering him, we can still be good. So let's define what the word good means for a moment. Would you agree with me that giving charity is good?
Yeah.
Helping the homeless out,
Sure.
speaking nicely to our parents, that's a good thing,
course.
right? You would believe that being generous and being a faithful family man, loyal to your wife, loyal to your kids, you believe all these things are good.
Of course.
95% of the values that you're getting of goodness, these are biblical and Quranic. These are Islamic and biblical values. And one thing I want to say, you mentioned before, like you acknowledge that people who live like a religious life close to God, that it's good for them, it's good for society.
It is.
Now, think deeper as to why that's the case. So, is it that this is religion is a useful fiction that makes people feel good, or maybe is there really a God out there and he made us for the purpose of serving him, and those who serve him, that's why they live a righteous and good life, because it's in accordance with our nature? Did you ever think about it like that? Why is it so good for people?
No, that's a really good point. I do not like I said, I do not disagree with the basis of religion. I think it does so much good for society. Like we talked about before. It's like
Yeah.
where did all like the powerful and like good societies come from? It's because people came together as a collective and decided to do good things together.
Out
right?
of their fear and love of God.
Exactly.
Right.
Sure. But my only point
Okay.
is you do not need to believe in God to be a good person and spread like happiness and joy and be and be a good person to other people. Like that's my personal like dogma. That's what I believe
okay.
in. I think you should be a good person because that's the right thing to do. And you do not need to believe in God for that to be the case. However, I do think that believing God, it gives you an easy way to start doing that for other people. And that's why I think religion is very powerful and it's good. And I'm not like, but like my point is like believing in God is not the dual end all. You do not need to believe in God to be a good person, and go to heaven, for example. You do not that's my own that's all I'm trying to say. You do not have to do that.
So the thing about that is, let's take a difference between me, somebody who believes in God, and an atheist, right? We all reach points in our life where we're at a moral crossroads. So where there's the easy path, which is not good for us, and then there's the harder, more difficult path, which is the best way. We all reach those points in our life. It's easier to steal from Ozen Sushi and put it in my pocket, the food, instead of paying them. And my point is, for the atheist, whenever we reach those crossroads, which we always do, what forces them to make the right decision? We all have temptation in our life. The devil provokes us. I have to make the right decision, even if I don't feel like it, because I know God is watching me and there's a consequence. But the guy who doesn't consider God, he doesn't have to. He doesn't believe in an ultimate consequence in the end. So who do you think is going to behave at the highest level? The one for whom righteousness is a must, or the one who it's merely something that's convenient in the moment?
I agree. Like I fully
That's
agree.
a powerful point, right?
However, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I'll go into Ozen Sushi right now and I won't steal because
No.
I know that's the right thing to do. I know if I steal, there's gonna be negative implications on other people because I steal.
Okay.
And I live off my own moral code.
Okay.
Not fully based off God, not just because like I told you, I personally do not believe in God, and I'm not saying there isn't. I'm not saying there is. I take just like I live my experience and I go off of that, and I think that you should be nice to other people. I think you should do the right thing.
Okay.
And I understand your point of saying like, look,
I have to be nice. I have to be good.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. And like I said, there is not like I fully agree that that's like if more people believed in God and had that righteous mindset,
It will be better for society.
it fully would.
Mhm.
But
Ask yourself why.
And look, and that's why I'm not disagreeing with you whatsoever.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, to say that like God exists and you must believe in him believe in him and you must follow that code, that like there's no like, hey, there's there's nothing for me to like fully believe that that's the case. I think that like my moral good and my meaning in life comes from me being a good person, and I gain my values off of that based on my interactions with other people and how I treat other people.
Okay.
And you do like I said, God is great. God, like believing in God does so much for society, but you can be a good person without believing in God, and that's my only point to you.
Okay. One more thing I want to say. I don't want to keep you here too long, but
You're good.
I wanted to
You're good.
say that maybe the Ozen sushi stealing over there wasn't the best example. People, they struggle with different sins. Some people, thievery is like a difficult temptation for them. Let's talk about something that's a difficult temptation for almost all men: sexual sin. Okay, so as with any man, I have the temptation to do sexually immoral things, as we all do, right?
Yeah, the
But
biological.
I have to stay loyal and faithful to my wife. I don't believe in sex outside of marriage because of my fear of God. I cannot go and humiliate another man's daughter, just as I would want another man before he laid with my daughter, give her a ring, show her the highest value, buy her at the highest price. Don't sell her cheap. I have to do the same thing for another man's daughter. So that's why me and my wife, we waited till marriage. So do you believe in having sex before marriage?
I
Is that
personally do. However, like, look, I know where I
so?
understand
So
where you're
do you
going.
see that from my morals? It makes me
Sure.
even more pure on that
It,
matter.
it does. However, my argument is if you're gonna treat women like that, there's negative implications due to your actions if you do something like that. If you go sleep around with a bunch of women, they're gonna feel.
Yeah. Wait till they pass. That's fine. Yeah. They're always
You get personal gratification. You get whatever you want. Like that. That's all you.
okay.
But like you don't think about the other person. So like in your scenario, it's like, look, like if I go around sleeping with a bunch of women, there are gonna be negative implications on them. Like that. Like,
No,
I don't, like, am I wrong? Like
yeah,
think about other
I agree,
people,
but
right? Like,
I fully agree. That's
yeah,
why God has said marriage. That's why, because otherwise,
yeah.
you know, if I go and I do it with a woman before I'm married, and then we break up, and then now that's another heartbreak that's on her record, another soul tie. That's horrible. You know, she's gonna get married to a future man. That's another woman, another man on her body count. It's a terrible thing, right? That's why we have to pay the highest price. But I'm gonna argue with you like somebody who doesn't believe in God. So, oh no, I think it's okay to be with multiple women. I'm a man. I've got needs. We did it consensually. I didn't force anybody. So why would you say that that's bad for me? We had a good, beautiful experience that one night.
Look, I wouldn't
Without believing in God, how do you go against what
to
I'm
say
saying?
to be with multiple women is a
Yeah,
bad
yeah,
thing.
no, it's normal for me. It's natural. It's part of my evolutionary instinct.
I would say like my first response to that would be being with multiple people gives you experience and you understand what you want. Understanding that that's good for both parties. That's why I'm like I don't see anything bad that comes out of that. Like that's my
Would you want that for your daughter? No, you'd want a man to marry
well
her.
no like you're putting words in my mouth, but I'm just
Okay,
saying,
I want to know. Yeah, yeah.
no, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, look, like, if I raise my daughter the correct way, it's like, look, get involved with people who you think can make you a better person. You get involved and you have experiences that, like, you find out who you truly are and you learn from your experiences. We
Okay.
know this. Like, that's how humans grow. Like, it's true.
Yeah,
right?
sure. We learn through
But I'm
experience.
just saying, like, the reason why, like, I don't fully subscribe to, like, no sex before marriage, only one woman, is because I want to become the best version of myself, and I think getting involved with like respectfully and not harming other people in the process as best you can is learning who you are and trying to like become that version of yourself, finding out what you like, finding out what works best for you, finding out what works best for your future partner that you'll have for the rest of your life.
So learning who you are. Do you mean with that being with multiple women?
I'm saying I'm gonna be in relationships with multiple women in my life.
Okay.
I'm gonna understand, like, on the sense, in the physical sense, I understand like there's a hierarchy in that sort of in that sense, but I'm just saying like I want to be happy in the end of my life. I want to like sit down with my grandchildren and be like, yes, I made the correct choices in my life, and I became who I am through my experiences, and I think your experiences shape you, and I think
Sure.
if you do that with the right intentions, then like that's
Okay.
that's the best course of action. If you keep other people's like emotions and their wants in the back of your head.
Okay.
knowing that like how you treat other people will affect their lives as well.
Okay, so one thing about that is, so I actually think, so I hear this from people often. They'll say that the reason I date or I sleep with multiple women is I'm just trying to figure out what I really want in life before I settle down. I'm trying to gain experience, but that's actually not the proper way to go about it. It's actually bad for men because the thing is, I've seen this so many times in my life. Men get in a relationship with a woman, they go way long deep, they get all their feelings, and obviously there's a lot of physical aspects to the relationship, and now they can't think about her clearly. The truth is, she has a different path in life than you, but now you're deep and involved. Now you're not thinking clearly because you're thinking of the bedroom. But if you refrain before marriage, then you're not guided by your lust anymore. You truly are assessing her for the woman she is.
Yeah.
So that's why God has told us that. It makes everybody's head clearer. Should I be with them or should I not? But when I start sleeping with them, now my judgment is clouded.
And that's a completely valid point. And I will not disagree with
Okay.
you. I would say, and this is why I love why you guys are here right now, because I think if more people had that mentality, there would be less culture of like, okay, like I meet someone, I gotta sleep with, like, you know, like that sort of thing. It's normalized to like sleep with women that you get involved with. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I also think like in
Really early, like right away, people are doing it.
Sure.
Yeah.
In today's age, like that's just how it is. And to be like completely involved with someone and actually like, I mean, you like, don't get me wrong, you do not need to sleep with someone to understand the kind of person that they are and to see if they're a right fit for you. You do not need to do that.
I would say not sleeping with them gives you a better idea.
Sure.
Because, you know, sleeping is sleeping, you know. If you love the person, it's, you know, a deep experience. But the point is, it will cloud your judgment before. I say the true, so what is it, when people say, oh no, I sleep with my girlfriend, I love her. What does love mean? I would say love means, do you want to spend your entire life with this person and do you want children with this person?
Yeah.
If you want to spend your life and children, then you love them.
Sure.
If you're like, I don't know if you don't actually love them. You're attracted to them,
Yeah.
maybe you're into them, but you don't love them.
No,
Me,
that's not-
I have a child with my wife. I want many, many more. I love her.
Yeah.
That's the definition of love that I would say.
No, and there's like full respect to that. Like seriously, like if I grew up in a society where it wasn't normalized to like sleep with people,
I grew up in
you're
the same
talking-
society as you, brother. I grew up here. I'm from London. I went to Westmount Public School.
That's fair, bro.
Yeah.
Like no, seriously.
And my dad never taught me. I grew up in a secular home with my dad. Yeah,
I
like
don't disagree, but okay, we're gonna leave, but
okay.
No,
like,
no, it's chill, it's chill.
you
Keep
make-
going,
you-
dude. This is a good fucking clip. Tyler, get the fuck out.
Oh, he's recording.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, you got to look at the reasons as to why it's normalized, and it's because there's kids our age who like, look, if I were to meet someone tonight, I get to talk to them, I get to know them, I'm involved with them, I'm taking them on a few dates. It's in their it's in their best interest, like, and it's in my best interest. Like, it makes me feel good. Like, let's say, like, to sleep with someone, for example, like, we both benefit from that interaction.
I don't.
You know what I
think
mean?
so.
Like,
No,
let's
no,
say,
no,
like,
no,
let's
no.
say, look, because from your perspective, you're trying to find your wife.
I have a
understand-
wife. Yeah.
No, you have a wife, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, from this perspective, you're
Mhm.
only going for your wife. From the college perspective, is we're going around, we're meeting people.
I've been there, single though. I've been single
we're
too.
enjoying the life that we have, and we're like, if it's in her best interest and it's in my best interest to sleep with someone, then we're gonna go through with that. And it's just like, because we both enjoy it. And there's only, like, I understand, I get what you're saying,
Mhm.
but like not everyone is trying to find, like, you know, like trying to find a wife. You know what I mean? Like,
But
in
then-
this current moment, and
So in one thing I want to say, so in my view, sexual relations, laying with a woman is something sacred. It should be cherished.
It is.
It's not just, I hate the word, but like a massage that feels good. There's a deeper component. There's soul bonds. And I think only after you tie with that person and you've given them that commitment of life, then you can enjoy that deepest level. Because when it splits apart, when it messes up, then that's a lot of baggage they and us as men have to
Sure.
carry. It's damaging.
it's true.
And would you agree with me that this idea of, you know, free sexual relations in society, that this has been damaging to the male-female relation, single motherhood, pregnancies, broken heart?
No,
Do you
and
think it led to that?
I do not disagree.
There you go.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's
so
like,
that's if we follow what God said,
But, like-
society would be a lot better.
It's true, but I'm just saying, like, back to our early conversation.
Okay.
Not in every sense. You can be like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's my entire point, is you can be a good person without believing in God. That's my
Okay.
That's all that's my main premise. I do not disagree with what you're saying. If
All right.
I grew up in a society where it was normalized to to not sleep with people and get to know them.
Wait,
and find
we're grown men. We can make our decision as to what we do.
It is
I
true.
grew up. I mean, I went to the same schools. I had the same messed up, traumatizing experiences in school. I'm not much older than you. How old are you? I'm 24.
I'm 21.
21. I'm the same generation as you, brother. I know what this is all about, right? But
You're
here's
right.
the thing. I want to say one thing before you go.
No, that's real.
I appreciate
I-
I'll appreciate the conversation, but so you respect the things I'm saying. You respect the morals I stand on.
Yes.
You see the benefit of believing in God and believing in Scripture. So it's like deep down, you know these things are true. So you don't believe now, okay? But I'd say open your heart to perhaps God giving you a sign in the future that maybe He is real. Maybe there's more to this than just useful stories. That this may be the truth. Keep your heart open for that.
And I love that, bro. I seriously do love that. And I honestly, I really appreciate the
No
conversation.
problem, man. It's nice.
Give me a
I
hug.
appreciate it. Yeah, bro. Of course.
And your name, sorry.
Waleed, what was your name?
Waleed, I'm Ben.
Nice to meet
Nice
you,
to
man.
meet you,
Keep
man.
your heart open to God.
Yeah, have good conversations tonight. And I appreciate the respectful, like, just, and there honestly wasn't. We agreed on very much.
It was
and I
productive.
appreciate-
It was
And
productive.
I appreciate everything you told me. So
Thank you, man.
Have a good night.
No problem. You too.
Nice
God,
to meet you.
God bless.